Good evening, Aniket.
Good evening, sir.
How are you?
Sir, I am great, sir.
So you joined from which locality right now?
Sir, I am currently in sir my home, sir, Bihar.
Okay, which district?
Baka, sir.
Baka.
Yes, sir.
So why Baka is famous?
Sir, Baka is famous for many reasons. Firstly, sir, the Mandar Parvat. It is said that Parvat is utilized during Samudra Manthan. Second, sir, it's one district, one product, Katarni rice. It has a great smell and fragrance for making kheer, sir. Third is also because of the location which it provides, sir. It is nearest to Baba Vaidnath Dham, Devghar, sir, where Shravan Mela used to happen. So these are the reasons, sir.
Yeah, sir, please.
Aniket, you're already in customs.
Yes, sir.
You're undergoing training, I guess, or must have taken leave. Must have
Yes, I
taken
have
leave.
taken the UL, sir.
Okay. And when is have you got the date for your
Yes,
interview?
sir. Yes, sir.
When is it?
7th January, sir.
Oh, 7th January. So, you have a very deadly combination. Customs and budget coming on the way.
Yes, sir.
So, okay. So just have to keep that in mind. So, Aniket, you have your BSc in math and you have opted for anthropology.
Yes, sir.
What made you shift from math to anthropology?
Sir, mathematics has always been the part of my life, and I'm still pursuing it, sir. But sir, when I started preparing for civil services, I did keep mathematics for a few months, sir. After that, sir, I realized that mathematics was taking extra rigorous practice, so I was not able to give the proper time to other GS paper. And in the same line, sir, I was also studying the Indian society in my college days. So, and after that, sir, I inquired the anthropology, and I found it to be very unique and interesting subject for me, where I understood the concepts related to, sir, holistic nature of the subject, cultural relativism, and at the same time, how I could have utilized the theories which I have learned in anthropology to day-to-day life and the surroundings. So that really tempted me to take it, sir.
Can you give me two examples? Where have you utilized your understanding of anthropology in your daily life?
Yes, sir. Sir, the first and foremost is the concept of participant observation or a field work, where not being sitting on the chair or armchair, sir, we could decide the future of something else. So I understood that looking at any issue from the holistic nature, social, political, economical. Secondly, sir, the concepts of cultural relativism, where we try to cherish each and every culture, each and every societal concepts, especially the tribals. So this is how I learned.
Mhm. When we talk about the cultural relatives, in many society, we find that, what is highlight of that is a taboo in other societies. I'll give an example. Like if you go to Kazakhstan, the guest is offered eye of the animal, and he is the first to be served is an honor. But many other society, it is not accepted to eat.
Yes, sir.
How you deal with this paradox?
Sir, how to deal in administration or as a
No, just in a real life situation. You gotta
sir?
go as a guest, and they are offering you. What do you
Yes,
do?
yes, sir. Sir, definitely, sir. We need to respect their culture, their tradition, but at the same time, sir, we should also be very much conscious about our own tradition and culture from where we came from. Sir, for example, our prime minister when went to White House, he was offered the wine, sir, by the president Joe Biden. So he did give the respect for him in a very symbolic gesture. So we can appreciate that culture, their culture, but by keeping our own culture at our center as well, sir, so that we are not giving any kind of wrong message to them, sir.
Okay. Uh, you also study festival at your native
Yes,
place. Can you tell something about that? Your hobby?
yes, sir. I study the festivals of my native place. Means I try to observe what is the origin, what is the purpose of that festival, and what are the outcomes which it brings in the society. Uh, so I studied, sir, few of the festivals. The first and foremost is the Chhat Puja. Second is Bihula Bishari. Third is sir Sohagino Ka Vidwa Vrat. Fourth is sir Chaut Chand. Fifth is Devothan. Sixth is also related to the festivals related to the agriculture crop cycle. Tej is there, sir. Also Sama Chakwa. So many festivals that I have studied and learned, sir.
Aniket, how you explain, like, for example, Chhat Puja,
Yes, sir.
which is not limited to Bihar, many other states, similar
Yes.
kind of thing happen.
Yes, sir.
Why it is always a female who has to make the sacrifice? She is the one who is not allowed to drink water for almost 36 hours or 24 hours, very, very difficult fast. Why they always is the female who is on the receiving end, in this society?
Sir, it is true that most of the festivals are being celebrated by the women, because I consider, sir, that women has a greater heart and greater responsibility. She keeps and holds the family together. She is a bridge for their husband, for the children, and every family member. But at the same time, sir, which I have observed that nowadays festivals, even from the ancient time as well, sir, which I have seen and grown up, both husband and wife celebrate the Chhat Puja, sir. They both together keep the fast. The dala, which we call, sir, it used to be taken by the male member. Female used to do the other things, other part of the festival ritual, sir. So I believe, sir, it's an activity that is co-shared by both male and female. This is what I believe, sir.
But what percentage of these people, like, actually is doing that? But predominantly is my question was slightly different. You have
Yes,
tried to trying to wiggle out of it. Why the place of the women, like you use the word, she's a bridge. So we made her a goddess
yes.
and ensure that she is the one who will always sacrifice for the family. Why not male in our society or any society for that matter?
So, sir, it is true that women has to sacrifice for our family, as it is evident in our society. It goes to the notion that our society is predominantly patriarchy in nature, sir, patriarchal in nature, where the male members are given priority in terms of the economic share, resource management, and women are being basically given the care work, sir. But at the same time, sir, now we are focusing on gender justice, women equality, women empowerment, and the society is transitioning, transforming, sir, and moving for a better conditions of the women as well, sir. And the society is changing, sir, as I can say. Now, in if we can go for Karwa Chauth also, both husband and wife keep the fast, sir. In Chhat Puja also, both husband and wife keep the fast. Even
No, that's a very minuscule. Where is an urban phenomena. If you look at the percentage terms, you cannot just go by social media that what they are saying. But in reality, it's not. Anyway, let's change the track now. You are in custom services.
yes,
Customs, we have so many codes, HS code, and there is a very minute difference in the categorization of the item. Same item can be broadly, put into the 2 or 3 categories. And sometimes the rate percentage of the custom duty, which is charged, can be significantly different. So, as in how we can control this bias or this arbitrariness, despite the fact that very fine, the government is trying and the custom department is trying, but still there's a lot of discretion available to the custom officer.
yes.
So how we can change it?
Sir, I have a limited understanding and knowledge about the functionality, sir. But whatever I can understand, sir, first and foremost would be to minimize that discretion, sir. We can go for as far as possible digitization of the services, sir, so that exact services are being digitized and segregated in a particular bracket. So that anyone with a common sense can also understand that these kind of products should be kept in a particular bracket or a tax rate. Just like in GST, sir, we have now 5% and 18%. So we can understand which can come in the 5% and which can come under 18%. So these kind of things can also be done. Secondly, sir, the faceless transactions which are there in the income tax, our finance minister has said that it is also going to come under in the GST regime, customs regime, sir. So that is also one of the thing. Third would be, sir, in case of some larger volume of product or some products which are high risk, high rewarding, that can be taken considered through some kind of committee or through kind of some other independent sources, so that the discretion of the custom officer should be minimized. This is what, sir, I can think of.
Yeah, good. This smuggling of gold is very rampant in India, and despite the best effort of the government, some say that it is the imposition of the duty which is the bane of this cause for this. And do you think? And at one time there was no duty. The duty was removed from the by the custom authorities from the on the gold, precious metal rather. etc. Do you think that government, instead of considering as a source of revenue, it should try to reduce or limit, I mean, to even remove the duty or limit it? Do you think it will have an impact on the smuggling of the gold or precious metals into India?
Sir, I believe that smuggling of the gold and precious item should be eliminated because it is hampering our revenue as well as our economic ecosystem, sir. But at the same time, sir, we need to devise certain methods, zero tolerance towards the smuggling things should be done. And at the same time, sir, we should also focus on the things where the smuggling should be reduced at the same time, sir. Uh, Sorry, sir, I'm not able to understand
Okay.
the thing because I have understanding
Okay.
not limited. Yes, sir.
Okay. No, leave it, leave it, leave it. Now you have opted for three services, and
Yes, sir.
foreign service is one of them. Foreign
Yes,
service
sir.
is one of them.
Yes,
So
sir.
that means you have to have interest in what is happening around India or on the globe.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So this, the India is trying to become the leader of the global South,
Yes, sir.
right? And our Prime Minister is very much committed, and he at every forum is taking up the cause of global South. Do you think this attempt to gain the leadership will lead to increased competition with China?
Sir, I believe we live in a competitive society and a competitive global world. And when India aspires to become a Vishwa Bandhu as well, and vocal for the global South, we are having a kind of competition with China in terms of emerging technology, aspiring to become the world's greatest economy. So definitely, I believe, sir, that we can become a competitive, but I believe, sir, it will be a healthy competition, sir, where we will bring best for the global South.
Do you think that India and China can be friends?
Yes, sir. I believe that India, China can be friends on climate finance, climate change concepts, sir, in these parameters.
But will you call it because then you are talking very limited areas when we say friendship. Friendship implies much more than co-opting on different some issues.
Yes, sir.
But that is not a friendship. That is co-option on certain issues.
Yes, sir.
So
Sir,
my question is, can we be really friends?
Sir, given the competitive nature between India and China and our neighbor as well, where China is uh, always asserting the some parts of India, be it Arunachal and also in the Siachen, sir, and also its theory of belt and road initiative, string of pearl.
Siachen, they are not doing anything in Siachen.
No, sir, Akshay Chin, sir. It is part with.
Siachen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
China has also asserted its dominance over our territory, sir, territorial integrity, and it is also supporting Pakistan in one or the other way with the string of pearl and the same time Belt and Road Initiative. I believe, sir, India and China can become partners, can cooperate on some of the matters as I mentioned, sir, the climate finance, the global warming, etc., sir. But in a longer run, where the China is now competing with USA on the electronics, manufacturing of AI, artificial intelligence. So I believe, sir, India and China will need to compete on those parameters. We also have a trade deficit with China, and China is also bringing cheap products within India. So India needs to wrap up, become self-reliance, so that we can leverage the benefit of our demographic dividend to become Vishwa Guru, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Aniket. Very nice talking to you. Now, my colleague, Mr.
Thank you,
Ajit
sir.
Tiwari, will talk to you.
Aniket, how are you?
Sir, I am fine, sir.
Fine. So you are having anthropology optional.
Yes, sir.
So please tell us about concept of mosaic evolution.
Sir, I'm not remembering now, sir. I'll have to look into it, sir.
Okay, fine. No issue. Are you aware of Gauss's competitive exclusion principle?
Yes, sir. I'm aware, sir. Gauss's exclusionary principle states that in a same environment, two species competing for same resources will eventually lead to the exclusion of one species who is not able to compete with the others, sir. It also related to the natural selection. One who has a better survival capacity that will survive, sir.
Very good. Fine. So, as per the recent Global Climate Change Index report, India slips to 13th position.
Yes, sir.
What does a fall in Global Climate Change Index indicate?
Sir, I'm not exactly sure about the data, sir. Uh,
Okay.
yes, sir.
So, you're talking about climate change while answering to one question regarding China's friendship. So, there is a statement climate change can be natural or only due to anthropogenic reason.
Sir, I believe climate change means change in the climatic scenarios, change in the temperature, rainfall pattern, etc. It can be both, sir, natural and anthropogenic, but largely it is now evident from the anthropogenic factors.
Okay, can you name few natural causes? 1, 2, or 3?
Sir, the natural causes would be first and foremost is the extinction of various flora and fauna, biodiversity, which in turn impacts the natural ecosystem, rainfall pattern, which we can see, sir. The disruptions in terms of the plate tectonics movement that also impact the atmospheric pressure, sir. So this also comes as a minuscule level, sir. The impact is minuscule.
Okay. So, please tell us about AI summit going to be held in 26 in New Delhi. What are its chakras and sutras?
Sir, I'm not exactly sure of the facts, sir, what is going to happen. But yes, sir, AI summit will focus on the regulation of the AI in a sustainable manner that is equitable, that is free from biases, and it should not contain any kind of prejudices against certain sections of society. Algorithm should be free, gender neutral, and the instances of the deep fakes, cyber crimes that are happening with respect to the AI, it should be taken into consideration such that it is just serving the humanity, not destroying the humanity. Sir.
Okay. In the month of November, COP30 was held in Brazil.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what relevance does COP30 hold for India's domestic policies?
Sir, first and foremost, even though the climate finance was minuscule, $300 billion, sir, it will help in certain adaptation and mitigation projects in India. Secondly, sir, India has not opted for phasing out of fossil fuel, the coal, so it will help us in developing those sectors. Sir. Thirdly, sir, we have also cooperated on various concepts related to adaptation, mitigation strategies, controlling and limiting the global warming within 2.5 degrees Celsius. So it will help in focusing on transitioning to the cleaner fuel, International Solar Alliance. So these things are, I believe, can help.
Okay. Aniket, nowadays a new concept about integrated financial city is in news. So what is the meaning of integrated financial city and how does it is different from smart city?
Sir, I'm not exactly sure of the integrated financial city, but I can guess.
Please go ahead.
Sir, I believe integrated financial city is one where the entire supply chain of the finance, be it banking operation, stock market, stock exchange, etc., are integrated in such a manner where the user or consumer find everything on a one place or one desk. It is very in an integrated manner, sir. All the grievances, everything is settled at one system or one place. And the smart city is one, sir, which is basically smart in terms of its infrastructure, better services in terms of municipal services, water, education, waste management, etc. So that it is focusing on net zero, the climate impacts as well. Sir.
Okay. Vikram 1 and Vikram S by Skyroot are in use. So what is this Vikram 1 and Vikram S?
Sir, I have not read about it, sir.
Okay. In last week, one medicine, Ozempic,
Yes, sir.
Ozempic, is very much in use. So what is the mechanism of action of this Ozempic?
Sir, I am not exactly aware of the mechanism, but Ozempic drug is helpful in acting against the obesity and type 2 diabetes, sir.
Any idea how it is doing so? No idea.
Sir, I am not exactly sure of the mechanism, sir.
Okay, fine. Last question from my side. So you've done your graduation from Ramjas College, Delhi.
Yes, sir.
And on 7th of January, again, you're coming to Delhi for your interview.
Yes, sir.
And right now, we delights are facing a very serious problem of air pollution. So please tell me in very brief, what are the causes, why government is not able to manage it, and effect on the human population.
Sir, the causes are first and foremost is vehicular emissions. Second is also the geography of Delhi, which is enclosed, air is still and stagnant. Third is we are not able to transition better to the cleaner source of energy. And sir, government is not able to tackle. I would not say, sir, government is focusing on tackling, sir, but the intense and the scale of the pollution is so huge that it will definitely take, sir, some years to manage it, some months to manage it. Government taken the steps of artificial rain. The second, sir, they have also controlled the introduction of various vehicles within the territory of Delhi, and they have also banned some tandoor with respect to the coal, etc., sir. And I believe, sir, the effects which it has on the public life, sir. The first and foremost, sir, I heard the news that many of the delights are shifting to Dehradun and other places, sir. Second is, sir, the particulate matter 2.5 and 10, it is choking the lungs, it causing the respiratory illness, etc. And especially to the children and the elder people, sir. The health related issues is there, sir. Also, it also irritates our eyes, burns our skins as well, sir. So this is the impact, sir.
Okay, fine. Very good. Aniket, please take break for 2 minutes and then please rejoin.
Aniket,
yes, sir.
What was your score in the last interview when you were selected?
Sir, 151.
151.
Yes,
okay. So I think, assuming that mains have gone the same way like last time,
yes,
just
sir.
assuming,
Yes,
you
sir.
have to add another 40 marks to your last score. Am I
What,
right?
sir?
I said you have to add another 40 marks to your score to get
Yes,
to
sir.
into IAS, in my
Yes, sir.
view.
Yes, sir.
You agree with that part? So
Yes,
for
sir.
that, you have to work hard.
Okay, sir.
Two reasons. One is that you are already in the service. You are already in the custom services. So the expectation of the board from you goes geometrically high, in geometrical proportions high, because you are already in service. They will not say, you've got 6 months or 8 months. For you, you are already in service. You have joined the service.
Yes, sir.
So your response, they will expect much more. Like, you cannot say again, 6 months, I don't know, because they will grill you on this. Custom services, they will grill you because it's very easy. You don't have to really do much. There's so much to ask. ED, another hot topic. ED's powers, there's so much of news. Supreme Court has commented. So, and as I said earlier in the beginning, the budget will be out. So economic survey, budget discussion will be going on.
Yes, sir.
So again, very easy pick on those questions.
Yes, sir.
I'm not touching right now even your subjects. They will become secondary in my view. Keeping
Yes,
in
sir.
view all these areas. These are minefield for questions.
Yes, sir.
So you have to really sort of focus. And when you are talking about your hobby, this we were talking about the festivals. You have to admit that yes, she is female. Still, ladies are still sacrificial lambs. There's no doubt about it. You
Yes,
don't have to defend. Why? I don't know. Just because you're male, you're trying to defend.
okay, sir.
Okay, you have to accept, yes, it is being misused by the society.
Yes, sir.
Because why the welfare of the family or well-being of the family is always in the hand of women.
Yes, sir.
Why not men?
Yes, sir.
But this is the flaw of the system. So you cannot defend it. And you are a student of sociology, I think, right?
Sir, anthropology.
Anthropology. So you cannot defend it.
Yes, sir.
In any form.
Yes, sir.
So you have to keep your biases separate. Otherwise, you will get into trouble. Like I try to.
Okay, sir.
So don't get trapped, because you are a very good candidate. You already arrived. A small push is required, and you are looking for this extra 40 marks. So don't get into that trap. Read 2 newspapers, one general, one economic newspaper. Must
Yes,
for you till your interview. Yes, don't have breakfast, but read the paper. I'm
Yes.
going to that extent.
Yes,
Very
sir.
important. Because on foreign policy also, you said we can be friends. India and China can never be friends. No question. We can cooperate, we can co-opt, as you rightly mentioned, in certain areas, but we can never, because we are fighting for the same space.
Yes, sir.
So if you say that, we can be friends, it's a no-go area, totally.
Okay, sir.
You will be trapped. You will get into trouble.
Okay, sir.
So that means you have to have a clarity of what is India's interest. Ultimately, foreign policy is product of the projection of India's interest. What is India's interest? That is the foreign policy. Simple. Once you keep that in mind, then you know all the answers.
Yes, sir.
I'm giving you a very simple tip, simple test rather. Is it in India's interest? Yes or no? Finished. That is my foreign policy. Full stop. Rest is all humbug. So I would suggest, since you have time in your side, just prepare some questions and answers and practice them. That will help you into getting into the mold, because I think it's still you are in the training mode, not in the interview mode.
Yes. I'll do
Okay,
it. Yes, sir.
just do that. I think then you will get those extra 40 marks for you, because you have every ingredient is there. Just need to be polished.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I'll stop here
Yeah.
now, my colleague.
Thanks, sir.
तो अनिकेत, ऑलमोस्ट सर ने बता दिया आपको, और आप बहुत अच्छे कैंडिडेट हो, ऑलरेडी अचीवर हो आप, तो थोड़ी सी पुश रिक्वायर्ड है ना, तो रिवाइज करेंगे एनवायरमेंट, साइंस एंड टेक, डिफेंस, इसे आप रिवाइज करेंगे ना?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, तो बाय इवनिंग और टुमारो मॉर्निंग मैं कुछ कंटेंट भेजूंगा आपको आपके व्हाट्सएप पे, तो आप उसे देखना, और करंट अफेयर्स यहाँ से स्टार्ट, बिकॉज आपके पास टाइम नहीं है, तो मुझे लग रहा है मेंस के बाद क्या होगा आपको नहीं आइडिया है।
थोड़ा बहुत सर जो पढ़ा है मैंने इंटरव्यू।
हाँ हाँ, तो वो तो दिख रहा है, समझ में आ रहा है मुझे। तो जैसे आपने जो भी आंसर किया, बहुत सुपरफिशियल आंसर किया आपने, बिकॉज आपने देखा नहीं है ना, तो स्कोप है आपके पास, टाइम है, और उसको अच्छे से करिए, है ना? ठीक है,
ठीक है।
ओके, ऑल द बेस्ट।
थैंक यू।